Now, to talk more about India's situation, we're joined by Dr. P. Raghuram, President, Association of Surgeons of India. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to NDTV. A very, very worrying situation, especially if we're projected to cross the United States by early October.
Good morning, Gagi. Thank you for having me on your show. Yes, indeed, there has been an unrelenting and significant increase in the number of cases. There's no doubt about it. And we must also look at it in the right perspective. India has a population of 1.38 billion, whereas the United States has a population of 400 million. But nevertheless, the absolute numbers are increasing, and at the rate that we are adding numbers of 2.2% increase every single day, as opposed to 0.7% with United States, we're all set to overtake United States in the next few weeks. But, looking at it, why is it that there has been such a tremendous increase? We all know that the testing in our country has significantly increased. We were doing about 5 lakh tests per day a month ago, and we are now doubled that figure to 10 lakh tests per day. And we are actually, India is doing the highest number of tests in the whole world. But nevertheless, we are doing not as much, because considering our population, if you look at it, we are doing 7 times less number of tests than the United States. Testing has increased. Second is the unlock 4 and opening up of the economy has resulted in more people out into the community. And the third is there is a level of fatigue and frustration coupled with carelessness, which is within the community, which is playing a big role because what we were during the lockdown period, there was a lot of caution during the lockdown period, and we have thrown all that caution to the winds to a large extent. And furthermore, the infection is spreading to 2-tier towns and to villages. We all know that more than 55% of the caseload is in rural areas. So where there is less healthcare facilities, it's less robust there, and very little awareness. So all these factors are playing a big role, in the increase in the number of cases. And also added to this, I would say that when the cases are increasing with the rising number of cases, the number of asymptomatic cases are also rising. And we all are aware that more than 85% of cases are asymptomatic. So these asymptomatic cases have no symptoms, and these people are out in the community and they are spreading the infection as well.
Right, so and this is exactly why I think doctors, all of you keep emphasizing that treat it as if everyone around you has coronavirus. What do you think the government can do in this situation? Because they have no choice but to open up the economy. The metro has begun this week, and many people are questioning, on one hand, we're seeing the cases increase. On the other hand, you're opening up all these, restrictions are being removed slowly, and, more and more restrictions are being removed. So what can the government really do, be very strict about enforcing the mask rule, because even in Delhi, even in cities, people are not following it that strictly. So one can just imagine what the situation is like out in the rural areas and the smaller towns.
Yes, surely. I mean, we can't be in lockdown forever. COVID is here to stay. We have no other option but to adjust to the new normal. The first and foremost thing that we must focus on is increasing the testing. Much as we are doing 10 lakh tests per day, we can't be complacent. We have to significantly increase the testing, because testing is the single most important measure based on which all other things can be measured. If we do accurate testing, we will know the exact number of COVID positive cases in our country, and therefore, the healthcare, facilities can be provided accordingly. It will also give us a realistic measure of the scale of the pandemic in the country. And most importantly, by doing more tests, we are able to identify people who are COVID positive. We can isolate them. We can effectively treat them, and thing we should do.
All right. Well,
on the test.
All right. Well, seem to be having a little bit of technical problem there. But thank you so much, Dr. Raghuram, for speaking to us here at NDTV and on the situation. So yes, tests and more tests is the need of the hour in tracing and tracking coronavirus, even as we see the number of cases there increasing massively every single day. With that, time for us to slip into a short break. We'll get you more news on the other side. Stay with us.